All right, I've been putting this video off for like I don't even know how long. But finally hit 700 gear score. Big milestone for me. And now I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I've been playing the game pretty much since beta or launch, many years, but on and off very casually. Not really a long-term dedicated player, so it's taken me a while to get here, and I've certainly done my fair share of dolphining. Won't quite call it whaling, but dolphining to make sure that I could get in and play the content that I want to play. And so I got a lot of stuff that I've missed out on, a lot of things that I don't really know how it works. Systems in the game I've not explored, parts of the game that I've not explored. I just kind of want to talk about some of that stuff, kind of what the plans are. I've been back playing now for 2 or 3 weeks, and I was really just on the nose, grinding hard at Geifen Under to get to this bracket. And the thing that kind of stuck me around was that I tapped the free Tet Black Star that they gave us to pin on 150 stack in like 2 tries. So got a little bit spoon fed on that. Obviously that hit my dopamine receptors, and here we are. Been playing, just working hard, trying to get to that 700 gear score mark. Things I've done since I've been back to the game the last few weeks, obviously the Pin Black Star. We bought both the Godoride Awakening and the Godoride sub weapon, and Pen Neck. That was really the big one to get us over the hump in with the help from the Pen Black Star to get us to that, over 300 AP and to that 700 gear score total here. I am playing Succession Berserker and Meigu as my tag at the moment. But I'm looking to try new stuff, right? And I've got quite a bit of things here. I just put a little sheet together of like all the stuff I want to try and do in the game while I'm back playing. And so I want to talk a little bit about life skills, a little bit about PvE, a little bit about PvP, how I plan to try some of the new classes. We've got to get a lot of quests done. Just stuff that we haven't done. Sailing, bartering. I've literally never even done either one of those. I'll have to go back and look through and see if I have anything even bigger than just the basic sailboat that I was using to get out to Sakraya. So, yeah, I mean, let's jump right into it. I guess the first thing I'll knock off is on the life skilling side. I am going to be working to get my gear up on that a bit, just because it's something I've never done or taken seriously or really tried, and I think there's some money to be made there. However, it'll probably be a secondary or tertiary priority for me, just because I've got other stuff, with kind of the PvE, PvP side that are going to be my main focus. But I do like to switch it up. I've got ADD. I don't like to just be doing the same grind over and over, play the same characters over and over. I just get bored really quickly, and so I've got to be able to switch it up. And so there's a ton on that side of this game that I haven't even tried or explored. So just looking to spend some more time on there. I haven't touched my node system. Actually, just recently I reworked my node system that I hadn't touched probably in 4 or 5 years of playing the game. I just had stuff stacked up. And so I've got a little system right now, mostly focused around mining and I'm going to try to make the mining crate boxes, either the ore boxes or I forget what they're called. Let me look. Yeah, these here, the ingot crates. So, excuse me. Yeah, the ingot crates. So we'll see about doing some of that. yeah, I've got it set up right now. That feels pretty low effort to me. Processing I can do overnight. I've actually got a worker system set up so that all my workers are in Heidel and they're traveling out pretty far to get to some of the stuff. I know that's not ideal, but I'm just so lazy that even having to transport some of the things from city to city will be things that I forget about, and I just can't be asked to try to keep up with that, frankly. But I've reworked that into a thing that I think will at least help me make a few hundred mil, a few hundred extra mil, maybe a bill, every few weeks. We'll see. I don't know the state of trading anymore. So we'll see what we can do. My trading level is not even that high. So, yeah, just a lot of stuff to explore on that side. So expect some content and learning and stuff going on like that. To do that, obviously, I've got to get my energy up. My energy is looking pretty weak right now. We've only got 344. I know there's a lot to be unlocked there. I still have a lot of quests to do. I still have a lot of the map to explore. And like I said, like on the water side of things, there's just so much out here that I haven't even visited or done or connected or whatever. And so I want to learn about just as much of that as I can. I understand that. Whoa, what's happening here? Did I lose internet? Weird. I may have lost internet. All right. Getting loaded back in now. What a weird thing. My internet just blinked for a second. Well, I don't remember if this is where I had the camera spot, but whatever. And I don't remember where I left off. So I'll just pick up on the back on the life skilling side. I have 0 crystals for that, so obviously we'll be working to get some money put together and saved up to spend on crystals for life skill gear or life skill crystals rather. And I'm gonna actually make that one probably a bit of a grind for myself and use the life skilling, track the money that I'm making from that specifically to turn that into the gear and the crystals. And so again, it's going to be super casual. It's going to be slow. It's not a big priority for me, but definitely something that we want to do. And then last thing, as far as just making some money on that side that I can think of now is the cooking boxes. I understand those are a big money maker, and I've completely forgotten like what the recipes and materials and things that I need are for that. And I don't remember what I was doing before, if I was buying some of it from the market or what I was getting. So just a total reset on everything we've got to do for those boxes, get some easy money coming back in. And yeah, more to do there, more to talk about, but those are kind of the big things on my mind for the life skilling piece. On the questing side, still quite a bit to do. I don't even know where I'm at, man. I have done various portions on various characters based on who was where at what time that I needed to do certain things. And so I need to just spend some time and look and see where I'm at for that. Who has what quests done on which character. And honestly, I don't know how that affects the knowledge. If I do the quest line on more than one character, if I gain more knowledge as a result of doing that, I'm really not sure. I would love to have, especially now that we have all the opportunities with tons of season gear, to just have one character that I can continue to go back to progress through the quest line with, so that I don't ever have to worry about who's done what. And I'll give you an example of that. I took a character of mine who I played as my main character a couple of years ago for a pretty long time, my hash, over to get this Trina axe made so that I could start doing some PvP with the guild that I'm in. And I didn't even have the knowledge required to talk to the guy in Trent to get the quest started. And so, obviously big irritation with that, like just trying to figure out, I spent more time Googling and trying to figure out how to unlock the knowledge to talk to this guy about what I needed than I did just getting on my main, running over there, or my now main, who I would have thought had less quests done, running over there and just getting it knocked out really quickly. So I say all that just to say I want to just set the ground for where I'm at on it, and just pick somebody to start getting all of the things done, and that may come with one of the new season characters that we make. So yeah, more to come on that. Just wanted to touch on the questing side. Speaking of season characters, I want to start playing more of the classes. One thing that I think is going to help me, and one of the reasons I want to do this, is because I think it'll be helpful in PvP, just knowing how all the classes work and some of the mechanics. I don't think I need to become a master of all of them, but I would like to have at least some knowledge of how they work, how they play, things like that. And so I will be regularly changing my tagged characters to just give a try of everything. And the path that I'm going to try to take will be, when I have season tickets available, I'll use those season tickets to start a class. When I finish the season on that class, I will then allow myself to tag that character. And I kind of want to do that because in the past I've just straight tagged power leveled characters excuse me, up to 60, sat them at under or sat them at trees and just got them leveled up to 60, 61, 62, and then tag them. And I have no fucking idea how to play the class. And so then it just sits there and I don't ever play it, or I try it for a couple days and I say, man, this thing sucks, because I can't do as much damage as I'm used to doing or clear as quickly as I'm used to clearing on characters that I play more regularly. So I'm going to use that as a means to learn the classes as I go through the seasons. Excuse me. And then I'll allow myself to tag those if I want to use them for higher end spots or PvP or whatever. So that's the plan there. The plan for how I'm going to do that is this. I'll just show you real quick. Is this. So I've made a spinning wheel here of all the classes that I have not played up to this point, and we'll spin this at the end and figure out what my next tag is going to be, because I have a maxed out set of season character slots, or whatever the new way they've got the season system going. But I've basically got those orbs on my character select screen to pick a new character for the tag. So one of these classes are going to be what I will end up playing as my main, right? I'm going to leave the Berserker for now for just grinding on the day-to-day or through the week, so I can continue to make money. Obviously tagging these with the gear that I have is going to be kind of expensive. I don't know, somewhere in between the $2 or $3 bill mark every time I want to switch the class. And so I do want to take an opportunity just to stack up some money. I've pretty much spent everything that I had at this stage on getting to this 700 gear score mark. So we're going to be pretty close to just starting over from scratch. I've got a little bit of trash saved up, but whatever. This is how we're going to do it, and this is going to be my decision-making tool. And I kind of want to leave it up to RNG, otherwise I will never pick anything and continue to play what I'm playing and then get bored and burnt out. And I really just need a means of decision making to explore more stuff. And so we'll spin this at the end and figure out what we're going to tag next, and you can expect to see some of the content of me playing through that character, or that class rather. Yeah, so that's that. Let's talk about PvE for a second. I have continuously, as I've played the game, been behind the gear curve as far as end game is concerned. And so I do not have or I have not regularly been grinding the end game spots. However, I feel like now, with the exception of probably the Dekia lantern spots that are available these days, I can pretty much grind everywhere. The only place I probably will not try is Tungrad Ruins, but I've just continuously been behind the curve. And so there's a lot of places that, as I've gone through my journey, I just haven't tried, right? Like, just an example here, and I've got a list, right? I've never grind Ash Forest. I've never grind Crypt of the Resting Thoughts. I've never been to Olin's. Well, Olin's was on that list, but I've actually got 1 hour's experience there since I've joined this guild that I'm in. But want to spend more time there, obviously. Never done Cyclops. That one's a Dekia spot, but I think it's close enough to where my stats are that I'd at least maybe like to give it a try, right? And that one's a maybe. I've not done Trolls. I've not done Hex in the Elvia grind areas. And, again, the whole Ulakita zone you can see here, I haven't even been to it yet. So looking forward to spending some time trying all of these places. Like I've just been to the places that I'm used to going to. And that's Gyfin Under right now, really. That or Orcs in the Elvia zone, maybe some Bloody Monastery, just depends on, kind of what I'm feeling. But it's mostly been Gyfin Under, especially since they've made the most recent updates. I think it was 2 patches ago. They've really buffed this spot, especially for classes like Berserker that don't have like a huge wide AoE. They've made it significantly more trash per hour. I can pull anywhere between 24 25k just on a yellow loot scroll here, which is nice, right? It's putting me at that kind of right around 900 if I get lucky with jewelry drops, a bill an hour. And so that's pretty nice. Feels good. Obviously, 500-600 mil of that consistently is just in trash loot, which is really good. So that's just where I've been because I can count on the consistency of it. But I wanted, I get bored just being there all the time. And so I want to try some of these spots. I understand some of them can make some pretty decent money. And I want to find that out and just give myself some more options of places to grind, kind of places I can turn my brain off and just go, right? When I just need to buckle down and make some money. So definitely want to grind in a lot of those places, and I want to do that on different classes. I like the ease of Berserker, candidly, because it's like 4 moves and one of them is just hold right mouse button for like 10 seconds. And it just makes the grinding really easy. He's really tanky. It's a lot of health regen, so not a lot to worry about. I think I won't have a lot to worry about in most new spots either. So but I want to try different stuff, right? Switch up my brain, switch up the things that I'm doing, and just see what's out there. Learn the other classes, right? There's a bunch of classes, a bunch of content in this game that I've just ignored up to this point. So want to give all of that stuff a try. Let's talk about PvP for a second. I've joined a PvP guild because I do want to start getting into Node Wars. I've been in a couple of different Node War guilds over the years up to this point, never with any long experience or success. The last time I was on a node was, I don't even remember, 2-3 years ago, probably at this point. And so definitely just want to get re-educated on that, see what that scene is looking like these days. Learn a new class to PvP with. I was playing Musa as my main for a really long time in succession, and it just doesn't seem like it's up to snuff to compete in the climate today. Either that or I'm just not good enough at it to compete in large scale. And that's the thing that I want to try out. So while we're tagging different classes, we'll be spending some time in the BA and with guildies trying to learn these classes, figure out how they play, and then take them to the nodes and see what we can do. Take them out there. I certainly don't shy away from PvP. I enjoy it a lot. I don't find myself on the Arsha servers much, but I certainly don't shy away from world PvP wherever I'm at. So just looking to learn more about Node Wars, about large scale. And so just looking to do more of that, looking to learn more. that's kind of the name of the game, right? Just get like deeper involved in understanding of the game. And so I just wanted to make a quick video. Doesn't look very quick now, but obviously we'll trim it down, of just kind of where I'm at, where I'm starting 2024 with my account class, account and gear progression rather, so that we have something to look back to later in the year, at the end of the year, and go, man, remember when we didn't know anything? Wow, that's funny. So yeah, expect more content. If you want to follow along, I would certainly appreciate it. Like, subscribe. I will be streaming quite a bit of this on Twitch, twitch.tv/letmebang. And yeah, I'm going to end the video here just with a quick wheel spin so we can figure out what we're going to be playing next. You guys are going to see it here first. No cheating. I've not spun this yet, but I'm going to shuffle the list. Let's get the list shuffled up. We're one click away from figuring out what our first tag is going to be and what we're going to kick off season with, what you can expect to see in the next video. Here we go. Come on, something cool, something fun. Okay. Wizard. I didn't know it did little clapping stuff. Cool. Yeah, looking forward to giving this one a try. I know they're very overplayed, but I know that a lot of people like to have them in open world, or in large scale rather. So looking forward to that. I've got some experience on Witch in Succession and Awakening, so this shouldn't be too unfamiliar to me. Probably a nice one to kick off and yeah, start as like a brand new class. So yeah, in the next video, expect to see us kicking off some season content, making a new wizard, and away we'll go. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. See you soon. Cheers.